Hello and a very warm welcome to Meghan and Harry News YouTube channel. Hi, I'm Alex. I hope all is well with you today. The news of Princess Lilibet's christening was all over the news a few days back. We then heard that none of the royal family had attended. It states senior members of the royal family, including King Charles and Prince William, were invited to Lilibet Diana's christening, but they were unable to attend. Were they invited? Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to know what is true and not true anymore. But either way, they didn't attend, as some reports have suggested they snubbed the event. But it seems that other members on Princess Diana's side did attend. Here we see inside Lilibet's intimate LA christening, from guests to after-party and gospel choir. It's unlike Prince George, Louis and Princess Charlotte's christenings. So no royal family members, however there were relatives from his mother's side. The older sisters of the late Princess Diana, Lady Jane Fellows and Lady Sarah McCorquodale, were among the guests. The last time Harry saw his aunts is unknown, however he was known to have a close bond with them, along with his uncle Earl Spencer. The Spencer siblings were last seen with their nephews William and Harry in 2021, when they unveiled a statue in Kensington Palace that honours Princess Diana. Along with Harry's aunts, other guests at the christening included Meghan's mother Doria Ragland and Lilibet's godfather Tyler Perry. The celebration was an afternoon of food and dancing, with the newest prince and princess enjoying a dance together. It has been reported Tyler Perry flew an impressive 10-person gospel choir to LA for Lilibet's christening. Mr. Perry famously loaned the Sussexes his $18 million or £15 million Beverly Hills mansion in 2020. As part of the ceremony, the gospel choir performing songs including Oh Happy Day and This Little Light of Mine. Both Harry and William have remained close with their aunts and uncle on their mother's side since Diana's death in 1997. Lady Jane gave an emotional reading from the Song of Solomon at Harry's wedding to Meghan in 2018. Lilibet's California christening breaks with royal tradition, as young members of the firm typically receive their christenings at a royal estate, either Buckingham Palace or Windsor. So on one hand, we have the tabloids talking about whether or not Meghan and Harry will be coming to the coronation. People saying, oh, it would be disrespectful if they didn't go, or how it's a difficult decision, but fail to mention how none of the royal family attended the christening, how they had the christening in the USA because they were hounded out of the UK by the media, and the toxic environment that's been created by this smear campaign, a campaign that's been facilitated by the firm, which Harry acknowledged in his book and documentary. This they failed to mention. That the Spencer siblings all went along clearly shows how that division in the royal family and Harry's relationship with them goes way back to how his mother was treated, and how he is now also being treated. And it also shows how family recognise this and support Meghan and Harry, because they also know the truth and they are all aware to how people who don't toe the line with the firm are treated and how they end up being represented. Here's hoping Meghan and Harry don't go to that coronation and don't even dignify them with a response to their invitation. Hello and a very warm welcome to Meghan and Harry News YouTube channel. Hi, I'm Alex. I hope you're doing well. So I wanted to focus on another tweet doing the rounds from an NBC reporter who put out a bit of truth, which is rare to see. On this channel, I've been talking about the orchestrated smear campaign against Meghan and Harry, and it's good to see someone from the media mention this. This is from Kat Tenbarge, who is a tech and culture reporter at NBC News. She said, I don't care if you like Meghan Markle or not. She's a victim of a smear campaign and a harassment campaign. The evidence is on social media for anyone to see. Your opinion of her Netflix series or her as a person is irrelevant. Whether a victim is likable doesn't matter. So someone pointing out it's a smear campaign. She continues, every day I see well-intentioned people conflate the harassment campaign against Meghan Markle with opinions. Having an opinion is fine, having a negative opinion is also generally okay. What's not okay is defamation, bullying, lying, abusing and harassing someone. The campaign against Meghan Markle is particularly egregious because her only crime is being disliked, but in general, because of the internet, we're able to stage outrageously disproportionate outrage and harassment campaigns against people, and the principle of that is unfair. Okay, she says here her only crime is being disliked, but the dislike from people online is completely manufactured by the smear campaign, and by how widely it is promoted and presented by the international media companies that this woman works within. I sometimes wonder if this whole orchestrated smear campaign is a huge experiment on the public to see if the media has the power to get the public to hate someone for no reason whatsoever, because that is what has been going on for the last 3 years. Unfortunately, many people fall for this. Many people online believe what they are told and don't question what is said or use reasoning. Ultimately, they do not think for themselves. They are led by others. They are usually insecure. They don't believe in themselves, and therefore whatever someone says on the news show on a successful platform, they just automatically go along with it. Fortunately, much of what you see online and the numbers associated with them are exaggerated, are puffed up to make them seem more popular than they really are. That's part of the false impression they're trying to achieve. The Netflix documentary and its success and the sales of the book show the reality of the situation, and this should be taken into account when we see these stories and the comments. Much of this is created and tailored for that audience. A lot of it is not real, it is fake. Fake like the army of bots orchestrated and working together that would attack Meghan and Harry's Instagram account and their posts a couple of years ago. Fake like the majority of the negative stories that appear about them in the tabloids. She continues, the anti-Meghan Markle subreddits and YouTube channels are a scary place. There's a thriving economy of hate and a building obsession around hate. For what? For essentially made-up reasons. It's sport, it's leisure, it's a hobby, it's a job. This is also a very true statement. There are numerous channels on YouTube that exist to ridicule and hate on Meghan and Harry. Some of them are mainstream media platforms that pretend to be news channels, and there are others which are obsessed with her. And these channels are favoured and promoted and recommended in the algorithms, as opposed to, say, this channel, which is constantly pointing out the lies, and you have to wonder why. And you have to wonder who and what has the power and influence to push such a smear campaign in all of these media platforms that is not only international, but has now continued relentlessly for 3 years. It's an everyday thing. And then she hits the nail on the head when someone says, and it seems tactically condoned by the royal family. She replies, from the parts of the Netflix doc I watched, it seems like they are pushing it themselves. And this is from an NBC reporter, someone who works within the mainstream media.